People are being forced to rethink educational strategies, and decisions are being forced upon teachers, administrators, therapists as to how best serve educational, behavioral, even mental health services. When it came to my own experience in designing educational settings, there was one book that was particularly useful, Designing Teaching Strategies by Douglas Grier and colleagues. If you dig in, Doug Grier and colleagues have spent decades understanding educational structures, educational systems, and actually how learning occurs at the basic fundamental units. We'll get to those in a little bit. Housed at Teachers College of Columbia, there's an entire even certification program, and anecdotally, the people that I've met that have gone through this are just fantastic teachers, achieving the outcomes, not just presenting information. Today's a quick one. I want to whet your appetite, show you where you can get your hands on this, even show you a little bit behind the cover, and then I want to introduce the concept of a learn unit. It is useful for anyone teaching in any educational setting to anyone ever. Doesn't matter what that's organized like. If you're teaching anyone anywhere, this concept of a learn unit is freely available to go learn, is useful in helping achieve outcome. Let's jump in. Designing teaching strategies. This was actually written approximately 18 years ago, and I know immediately everyone's like, this isn't the best educational practices. Listen, the science and how to teach is largely been figured out, and this book summarizes a lot of it. I would encourage people to go and read afterwards and understand more past this, but this system is still being used today successfully. So of course, fueled by behavior analysis, that's what this channel is all about, the Daily BA, something related to behavior analysis. It introduces teaching as applied behavior analysis. What I like here is this doesn't require prior understanding and knowledge. They're going to teach you what you need to know to be able to pick up and jump in and start understanding the rest of these concepts. From there, they describe the learn unit, and they start to break down what are the repertoires that a teacher needs to be effective. Surprisingly, these aren't agreed upon and taught traditionally in a lot of educational models. That's a story for a whole nother time. But this is the core, Unit 4 here, the strategic analysis of instruction and learning. What they've done is been able to figure out a way to systematically understand, regardless of what it is that you're implementing, how much learning is going on. This concept of the learn unit can be measured and extended into these different educational settings, programs, subject areas, etc. This was actually the one that I used the most when it came down to helping assist and design an educational center down in Orlando, Florida, with a number of others for people with behavioral mental health needs. Now there's a few other sections I want to highlight here. 5 and 6 are both covering the practices that you would use and deploy for your teachers if they were trying to teach certain skill sets, such as pre-listener and early reader skills, or learning how to read, edit your own work. These are highly specific to those. Now there's 2 entire sections dedicated to behavioral selection, the content of curriculum, what it takes to write and design curricula. Oftentimes, many professionals are actually using these sort of guidebooks that are not full curricula. This is a big pain point of mine. Developing curricula is much more than what it looks like is just picking up a program book or a description of skill sets that are needed and going forward. This will help you cover that. And then last but not least, we have teaching and mentoring teachers. Huge topic, synthesizing, bringing in these skill sets, the idea of the learn unit, and how you can go about supporting and mentoring your teachers. And they close on a nice touch of bringing in a little bit of the perspective of the mental health professional, the behavioral professional that may be in these sort of settings, covering a range of topics from parent education, teaching students behavioral skills, assisting related service professionals, and assisting teachers to become strategic scientists of instruction. So you can snag this at the link below. In no way do they even know that I'm making this. I'm in no way affiliated with, but it was extremely useful for my own development. And I still deploy some of these when it comes to my own self-learning of new strategies, tactics, tools, etc. that I deploy anywhere, YouTube, my business, etc. So the last thing I promised to cover was the concept of a learn unit, which essentially are interlocking contingencies. I'm gonna do my best to show a few of them up here between the student and the teacher. And this is the core idea of instruction. Now, it doesn't have to be the student teacher, it could be an educational program, it could be another student, it could be a number of different things, but this concept is really well explained in a number of tables in chapter 2, giving you demonstrations of how the learn unit can be seen anywhere, and the argument to the paper I linked below of it being the fundamental unit of pedagogy. The ability for us to be able to understand teaching, learning in any sort of situation is a really strong one. So I encourage you to check that out down below. I'm Ryan O. This is Daily BA, everything about behavior analysis. Check out other videos after this. Like, share, subscribe. It actually makes a difference. And if you're into it, maybe consider supporting this channel. It'll help me make more content like this. That's your Daily BA. get the book.